Hello everyone. So I received a request from one of you to discuss the anatomy of animals. So probably discuss all of the systems within the animal body. And that's what I am going to do today and for the next few days. Isa-isahin natin yung mga different systems within the body, some of the organs, just an overview, and ano-ano yung mga functions ng mga organs na yon. So remember, this is an overview of the anatomy of the different nervous systems and hindi to specific to any animals. So ang goal ko lang dito is i-introduce sa inyo ano ba itong mga different systems within the animal body, ano yung mga major parts or components within it, how does it function, and bakit siya mahalaga. And for today, we will be discussing about a brief overview of the nervous system. So what exactly is the nervous system? Now, the nervous system is a communication network na responsible for transmitting signals between the different parts of our animal's body. Now, it is very important. The nervous system is very important when it comes to controlling rapid body activities. In fact, almost all activities, from muscle movement to the movement of your involuntary muscles like your heart and your digestive tract, even in the process of homeostasis or yung pagpuproduce din natin, yung pagpuproduce ng animal body ng hormones that controls some physiological process within their body. Essentially, the nervous system is composed of three major organs: your brain, your spinal cord, and of course, the cells of your nervous systems, which are the nerves. Now, in terms of structure, ang mga hayop natin have a central nervous system that processes information and a peripheral nervous system that relays yung mga signals na to between the central nervous system and the rest of the body. So later on, makikita natin on how the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system interact with one another. The important thing is, itong dalawang systems na to enable everything from reflexive actions, so ibig sabihin kahit impulsive actions yan, to complex problem-solving behaviors in the case of humans. So I'm going to provide you an example. Let's say rabbits. Now, rabbits are animals that are being preyed upon by predators. So therefore, their nervous system is highly developed in detecting the presence of predators. Kasama na rin dyan yung kanilang reflexes. Kaya mabibilis sila as compared to other slower animals. Okay? Now, some animals naman, makikitaan natin, as humans, we use our nervous system to think rationally. But some animals also, right now, nakikita natin through research, that they also use their brain to actually solve some of the problems that they are encountering. Like, for example, we have the chimpanzees who are able to use tools para magamit nila more efficiently in order to gather food na kakailanganin ng kanilang grupo. So, that is the nervous system. And again, nasabi ko sa inyo na one of the very important part of your nervous system are your nerves. And your nerves are classified into three, okay? So your neurons or your nerve cells, sila yung primary units of your nervous system. So sila yung cells of your nervous system. It's what makes up your nervous system. And they are incredibly diverse in form and function. Now, they can be categorized by the direction kung paano sila nagtatransmit ng signal. So kapag yung direction ay galing sa um, sa organ, sa sensory organ, okay? So such as your eyes, your ears, nose, and your skin, papunta sa spinal cord and brain, Ang tawag natin sa neurons na yon are afferent or sensory neurons. Okay? So yung signal ay papunta ay manggagaling sa sensory organs. So for example, yung eyes, nose, ears, tapos yung signal na makukuha niya from those, ipupunta niya sa spinal cord up until it goes to the brain for processing. So yun yung mga afferent neurons. Yun yung function nila and they transmit impulses, let's say, from external stimuli going to your brain. Kapag pabaliktad naman, which means yung signal ay galing, yung signal or impulse ay galing sa yung spinal cord or brain papunta doon sa mga organs like yung ating muscles, for example. So ang tawag mo naman doon ay efferent or motor neurons. Okay? Now, kapag yung nasa gitna na neurons naman, okay, which is yung nasa gitna between the afferent and the efferent neurons, ang tawag mo naman doon is interneuron. So anong example ng ating afferent neurons or sensory neurons? So let's say yung predator-prey dynamics ulit. Yung afferent neurons ng mga hayop na nahahunt, okay, highly developed yan. Ibig sabihin, even the slightest movement sa kanilang paligid or changes in light can trigger a rapid skip response doon sa hayop natin, such as yung ating rabbits and other small animals that are very quick in responding to signals that might be in the form of danger. Okay? Kakainin sila ng isang malaking hayop. In terms of efferent motor neurons naman, isa sa mga example dyan is yung movement ng muscles ng ating hayop. Well, particularly, even though yung mga contraction ng muscles na hindi nakokontrol ng isip ng hayop. Like for example, hindi niya nakokontrol voluntarily. Like for example, yung ating mga cows or yung mga ruminants natin. Okay? Yung efferent neurons nila, sila yung nagre-regulate nung contraction of smooth muscles in their gastrointestinal tract para magkaroon sila ng efficient digestion. Yan. So that is that are some real life scenarios on how afferent and efferent neurons affect the physiological body of our animals. So to just give you an idea of what our motor neurons or efferent neurons, sensory and interneuron looks like, it would look like this. Now, your motor neurons, again, manggagaling sa kanila, manggagaling yung signal, yung impulse from the brain and spinal cord going to the organ. Yung sensory neuron mo naman is from the sensory organ going to the brain and spinal cord. And yung interneuron is the neuron between your motor neuron and sensory neuron. Now, I have said earlier na yung ating nervous system is composed of two major systems, especially in animals. So we have, first and foremost, yung tinatawag nating central nervous system. Now, central nervous system is only composed of two major organs. And we call those organs as your brain, okay, and the spinal cord. So the brain and spinal cord, these are the part of your central nervous system. Anong ginagawa ng central nervous system? Yan yung control center ng ating nervous system. It processes information received. So, yung information na nare-receive niya from the peripheral nervous system or from the neurons, siya yung nagpa-process. And in many animals, the size and complexity of the central nervous system correlates with their cognitive abilities and behavioral complexity. So kapag daw ang hayop mo ay may highly developed or may mas malaking central nervous system, mas complex yung kanilang behavior, and at the same time nakikitaan sila ng kagalingan when it comes to their cognitive abilities. So for us, humans, the brain is responsible for our higher order processes such as learning. Natututo tayo because we have a highly developed central nervous system. We have memory, okay? We can do ethical decision making, while the spinal cord naman controls the reflexes and transmits information from the brain and the body. Now, let's say for our birds, for example, yung ating mga birds, meron silang, their central nervous system is structured differently compared to mammals such as our cattle. But, so yung mga birds natin, even though maliit lang yung kanilang central nervous system, it is also highly efficient for tasks like navigation, okay, for tasks like navigation and responding to their external stimuli. For example, yung ating mga birds, meron silang well-developed and precise motor control. Bakit kailangan nila ng well-developed and precise motor control? Para kapag may predator, agad-agad nakakatakbo sila. Sila yung nakakalipad or they can respond effectively from those threats. Okay? Now, the spinal cord naman, especially in vertebrate animals, yan yung relay station. Okay? Kumbaga, yan yung train station between your brain and the nerves. Okay? It is also, the spinal cord is also protected by a bone structure, called our vertebrae. And at the same time, pati yung brain natin ay pinoprotektahan rin yan ng skeletal structure. We can see. Okay? Now, ano yung pinaka-purpose ng ating spinal cord? It is for coordinating movements, such as in our animals, kung paano sila kung bakit sila nakakapag-stretch, kung bakit sila nakakapaglakad, kung bakit sila nakakapag-balance. It's all because of the spinal cord. Okay? So that is our central nervous system. Yung partner ni central nervous system which makes up our nervous system in general is called the peripheral nervous system naman. Okay? Now, the peripheral nervous system, yan na yung extension ng ating central nervous system. Now, these nerves that branch out from our central nervous system, they are not protected by any skeletal structure. So they are not protected by any bone. So they are more in danger, let's say, in case of, they're more in danger in case of anything dangerous man or impact na mangyari sa kanila. Mas madali silang madamage kasi walang skeletal frame na pumoprotekta sa ating mga nerves na nasa peripheral nervous system. Now, ano ba kasi ang function ng ating PNS naman? Yung PNS natin, yan yung nerves that is mostly composed of our afferent and efferent motor neurons. So they are the one carrying the signals from the organ going to the CNS or vice versa. Okay? Itong PNS natin is also the one allowing our animals to interact with their environment. For example, yung aso mo na nakakita ng bola, na nakakita ng bola, dadaan yan sa kanyang peripheral nervous system, magsisend ng signal sa kanyang brain na pwede na siyang maglaro. Kaya kapag binato mo yung bola, that's a cue, nahahabulin na niya ngayon. Iko-coordinate na niya ngayon yung mga muscles niya, which is from the brain now going to the organ, motor neuron yon para habulin yung bola na ibinato mo. One important adaptation in certain animals sa ating PNS nerves or sa ating peripheral nervous system is yung tinatawag nating myelination. So, myelination, or there is this substance called myelin. Now, what is myelin? Myelin is a fatty substance, and itong myelin na to, siya yung bumabalot doon sa mga nerve fibers ng ating neurons. And yung pagbalot niya ngayon na yon allows for faster transmission of impulses or signal. Okay? So, yung myelin na to, habang mas nababalot, habang mas kumakapal yung myelination na nangyayari doon sa mga nerves, mas tumitibay ngayon yung connection ng particular responses. Kaya mabilis yung mga response ng ating hayop because of this process called myelination. Let me see kung meron tayong myelin. Yes, exactly. So kung yan yung neurons natin, binabalutan yan ng tinatawag nating myelin sheath. And ang sinasabi niyan is habang kumakapal yung myelin sheath na yan, mas nagiging efficient daw yung movement ng information or stimuli within those nerves. Kaya yung ibang mga hayop natin, sobrang bilis ng responses nila. It's all because of this myelination process. Now, our peripheral system is actually also composed of two systems again. Okay? So yung peripheral nervous system, it is composed of two systems. We have somatic nervous system and we have autonomic nervous system. Now, simple lang yung differences nitong dalawang to. Kapag sinabi mong somatic PNS, yan yung mga nerves or yung mga neurons that controls the voluntary movement of our animals. So yung voluntary movement nila such as yung kanilang paglakad, okay, yung kanilang locomotion, yung kanilang pagtalon, even yung kanilang pagtayo. Muscles that are voluntarily moved by your animal is controlled by your somatic nervous system. Very important yan, very crucial sa lahat ng hayop natin na inaalagaan. For example, sa birds, very important sa kanilang flight. Okay, sa fish, very important sa kanilang swimming. And for your terrestrial animals, it's very important for their locomotors, yung pagtakbo and paglakad. So that's somatic PNS or somatic nervous system. Ang ating autonomic nervous system naman, ito naman yung mga nerve cells that controls involuntary muscle movement. So ano-ano yung mga involuntary muscle movement? Yung heartbeat, di ba? Yung heartbeat mo, hindi naman, yung heartbeat mo, for instance, hindi ka naman conscious na iniisip na pinapatibok yan. Nagkukusa yan na tumitibok because of the autonomic nervous system. So kind of think of it, the word auto means automatic. So the autonomic nervous system automatically regulates and control the movement of these muscles na hindi na natin kailangang isipin. Another example would be your digestion. Okay, yung tiyan natin, nagkukusang nagmo-move yan. It is controlled by your autonomic nervous system. Yung pagsisikret ng mga glands, ng different organs na hindi natin kinokontrol, that is also part of the peripheral nervous system. Now, yung somatic nervous system controls striated skeletal muscles, whereas yung autonomic nervous system naman natin usually controls smooth muscles and glands, ensuring na yung ating animals, yung kanilang internal environment, they are regulated or what we also call as homeostasis. Okay? Now, the autonomic nervous system, okay? So, yung peripheral, yung meron tayong two major types, two major systems in the nervous system. We have central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. And then, meron tayong two types of peripheral nervous system. We have somatic and we have autonomic. So yung somatic, yan yung voluntary movement. Yung autonomic naman, yan yung automatic or involuntary movement ng ating muscles. Yung ating autonomic nervous system naman, mayroon din siyang dalawang type. Okay? We call the first one as sympathetic autonomic nervous system, and the other one would be your parasympathetic nervous system. Okay? Now, sympathetic nervous system, this is often described as your fight or flight system. So, nung ginagawa ng sympathetic nervous system, it prepares the body for stressful or emergency situations. So for example, yung ating hayop na prey like yung gazelle, okay? Yung sympathetic nervous system niya is highly developed. Okay? Kaya kapag may threat, anong nangyayari? Automatic, nag-i-increase yung kanyang heart rate. So, hindi niya kontrolado yon. And then, yung blood flow niya, it is redirected to the muscles na kakailanganin niya para tumakbo. At the same time, sa mga hunters natin, sa mga lions or wolves, yung sympathetic system natin, yung sympathetic system nila, it is activated also during hunting. Nagpo-produce yung organ nila through the peripheral nervous system ng adrenaline para ma-increase din yung kanilang oxygen flow na magdadirect sa kanilang muscles, and then they will be focused and hunt for their prey. Okay? So that's the sympathetic nervous system. It is the system that keeps your animals alert, engaged, ready to run, or ready to fight. Ano naman ang parasympathetic nervous system? Siyempre, yan yung opposite ng fight or flight. And this is often referred to as rest and digest system. Ito ay very active naman sa mga hayop kapag sila ay nakapagpahinga, when they are conserving energy, or when they are promoting recovery, when they are kumakain sila at peace, kapag sila ay nagpapahinga, okay? Kapag yung mga processes na kinakailangan ng katawan nila when they are calm, okay? Even yung pag-regulate ng kanilang saliva and yung pag-i-slow down ng kanilang heart rate, it is all because of the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay? Now, the parasympathetic nervous system is very important in maintaining homeostasis in your animal, okay? In maintaining that internal equalization doon sa hayop mo. And these two, actually, the sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system, they work together para balansehin yung mga basic functions ng ating hayop, para yung hayop natin ay buhay and it can move. Isang example dyan is yung ating birds. Okay? So during intense flight, ang na-activate kapag sila ay lumilipad, ang na-activate is yung kanilang sympathetic nervous system. Pero once na sila ay lumapag, yung parasympathetic nervous system naman yung magti-take charge and i-reduce niya yung heart rate and will promote now the recovery doon sa iyong bird. Okay? So to just give you a brief overview, we have discussed the nervous system, and ang major part ng nervous system is your brain, spinal cord, and your nerves. Okay? And we have 3 types of neurons. We have motor neurons. We have motor neurons which transmit signals or impulses from the brain and spinal cord going to the nerves. Tapos meron naman tayong sensory neurons which transmit signals from the sensory organs going back to the spinal cord and the brain, and we have interneurons or the neurons in between. Now, within your nervous system, meron po tayong dalawang major nervous system. We have central nervous system, which is composed of the brain and spinal cord, and we have the peripheral nervous system, which is composed of the nerves, right? The peripheral nervous system has 2 major systems as well. We call that as somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. Yung somatic, yan ay kailangan ng muscle for voluntary control, and yung autonomic naman, yan yung automatic, yan yung kailangan ng mga muscle for involuntary control. And yung ating autonomic nervous system ay may dalawang type ulit. We have sympathetic nervous system, yung kailangan ng hayop for fight and flight situations, and we also have the parasympathetic nervous system na kailangan ng hayop kapag siya ay nagpapahinga, or yung ating rest and digest system.